Everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. We're doing a Marvel Future Revolution video. This is part of our beginners series. We're doing a lot of like intro to things to try to help people get accustomed to the game quickly. Someone who maybe has played it before might have missed these things as well. In this particular episode, we are going to be talking about how to rank up your character, how to power up your character, the ways to do it. Not going to go into a lot of detail. We try to keep these quick and simple. Then we'll have some more intermediate stuff. If you like it, go ahead and at the end of the video, see some other kind of episodes in the thumbnails or whatever you got when they pop up. Or check out the Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, subscribe, you know the drill. All right, so let's go check this out. Okay, so I've got a character, right? So we have our character. We all know this. There's different things. I went through this in the UI situation where there's different ways to power things up. So first off, I want to go through two of the biggest things that you've got. You've got your costumes and you've got your badges. So you get these costumes as you go through quests, doing different things. You can also craft some of these and I'll do a separate video on this Omega Flight headquarters, but you come over here to this workshop, which is all the way off to the left here. You click this guy and you can actually, well, not that guy. You click this spot here in the workshop and you can build these things. And you can see you need mats for these. I've been farming Uru and you can give different regional things. The drops on these are insanely low. They're terrible. It's really tough, but that is a way to craft some regional gear as far as your actual costumes go. Otherwise, you're really just looking at getting drops and then building them up. The way that you actually build them up is another thing in here, which we'll get into again deeply in another video, but it is at the enhanced costume spot where you actually combine the things, you just drop them all together and it gets a little bit better there. So again, I'll show that in a different video. As far as the hero information, that's what that is for costumes. Badges, you basically get these from Blitz. I know there's some offers that pop up every once in a while. I haven't bought any and you can see my badges aren't too bad. So I just make sure I farm Blitz every day. I touched that in another video. And yeah, you just hope to get the best ones. And then as you get better ones, you know, and it's got this nice little arrow show you up or down. Obviously those are much worse. And you get the cores that you can pop in them that make them a little bit stronger too, right? So those cores are something that we'll cover a little bit more in the headquarters as well. But those are two of the biggest things, these badges and the costumes. I do need to touch on skill just for a second. I talked about this in another video. Obviously, as you level up and you put more money or gold into these skills, they get stronger. That's simple. Omega cards. So these drop all over the game. You can get them from beating bosses and from the most wanted list. You know, sometimes in the most wanted, this is one of the parts that I don't like about the headquarters, but there are these most wanted that you get 3 a day. As you kill those, you can get card drops. I think you can kill 7 in whatever area that you want to farm and get cards from those a day. You can get these cards from bosses in Dark Zone. I believe that's also maybe 7 per day. You can get them from prime boss kills, which also I think is 1 to 2 a day. And so you can build up these Omega cards. These Omega cards are pretty critical. You want to make sure that you go through and find these. I'll do a more detailed video on Omega cards and all that kind of thing for understanding which ones you want to build up. But similar to the costumes, you can go ahead here, you know, pick a card you want, combine it, and then make that one particularly stronger. And then it's like, they say, I want to get this one up to 5-star. I want to get 5 other 4 stars and build this one up more. So this might be this particular one I want to build up. So the Omega cards, definitely important. Make sure you understand those. Make sure you farm those. Again, we'll put another video out there on that. Enhanced potential. You get these training logs as you go. This is probably one of the most important things. One of the things I wish I would have done a little bit better is really looked at this tree the whole way through and mapped out what I wanted to do. You know, maybe on this first one, maybe I don't do HP. You know, it's pretty cheap comparatively. They get more expensive as you go. But, you know, these all seem pretty important, you know, so, but I'm kind of tapped out here on Widow. Unless I start spending some money or getting some other things, I can't get down to these lower ones. And I'm sure like this crit rate and crit damage, I want that. That's really important. I like it. I don't know where I would have, you know, kind of lightened up a little bit anywhere else, but it's there. One of the nice things about this section is this details button, and you can kind of see some of the areas that you can build stuff up with. We already talked costumes, battle badges. Titles actually technically can make you stronger. So as you get titles throughout the game, and I'll show you that here real quick. So you go to squad, you go to title, and you can see all these, right? I'm not going to go through them in detail. You get them as you go through. I've got 35 out of 80. Here's one, Star-Lord. I got to do stuff with Star-Lord. All right, so you get most of these as you level up. I'm sure there's going to be some that are a little bit harder, but that is one of the ways that you can actually technically build things up. Potential we were just looking at, and we're going to keep going through these. We got a mega card, specialization, squad power. So anyway, that's a little tidbit for you there. So that's enhanced potential. Manage cores. This is what I talked about before. In the inventory, I've only got one in there now, but you get these like cores, gems, whatever you want to call them. You can combine them again. Theme here, combining things to get them bigger. One of the things I don't like about this, and we'll cover this in another video, is when you combine these, there's a chance that you actually fail the combination or you don't get a higher tier. So you can combine 3 3-stars and end up with a 3-star. Super annoying. But that is one of the ways that you can actually do that is with your badges. You can put the cores into the badges, and the higher the core that you got in there, the better it is, obviously. And you want to get certain ones you can see yellows, HP recovery, HP recovery. Red can be attack, some more attack. I forget power. It's attack. So anyway, you see the different ones from these things, but that is one way to get it. And the higher the core is, the better it is. Specialization. This needs its own video by itself. Again, you need raids, okay? The quickest thing I'm going to say is you need raids. Think before you start doing any of these, go find the traits that you think that you want, okay? And be like, oh, I want to target that one. I really like that one. So what you need to do is you need to track from the center here. This is where you start, right here. You can't do anything. You got to track out from the center, go towards that one, and completely circle it. You max them all out, and then you can put stuff into this. Again, you've got a success rate here. You can see I'm at 30%, which hurts when that doesn't happen because these mats are hard to come by. So I'll probably just leave that as is and go hit some of these other red ones if I want one. Like maybe this red one up here. Yeah, I want to get a PvP damage increase. So I'll hit that up and get the rest of the reds before I start filling that back up. So you just find what you want, map it out, think about how to get there, and then be smart about what you do in raids. And again, I mentioned this in another video. The raid reward refreshes, when you do those are probably the most worthwhile spending of these crystals up here. It's 100 per, and I think you can do 3 per day or something like that. Definitely recommend that, but map this out. This is one of the more important aspects of the game. So one of the last things I want to hit, it doesn't, I mentioned this section in the enhanced potential area where it shows alliance. Right now, there's actually no way to do this. I do wonder if, as you kind of get through this, there's ways to enhance this so that if your alliance does certain things, you will get these. I think the alliance leaders are able to do some of that. But again, you've got to have your alliance kind of working together during certain tasks, getting achievements, and then you will get those specific stat upgrades. One of the other, I want to end this video on saying some of the ways to get some of these things, obviously, is in these rankings with any of this different stuff that you've actually got out there. The higher ranked you're in these things, you will get better rewards. So yeah, putting these, focusing on these, making sure that you do some of these, it will absolutely be important. So do these if you care about making your character that much stronger. Get as high as ranked as you can. That's kind of what sucks us into these type of games. We'll see what the end game truly is like after soft launch. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be different? We're going to have more stuff to do, more challenging things to do. We'll see. We hope so. So that's the end of this video. I hope this was helpful as far as building up your teams, the simple version of it. If any of this helped, check out whatever I've got floating around the screen somewhere and go to another video, whether it be a beginner or a basic. Appreciate you stopping by. Like I mentioned, the Discord link in the description below. Hammer down the like button, notification bell, subscription button. You know the drill. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.